Welcome back to Endangered Species Spotlight. This week we are talking about the Persian leopard. So the Persian leopard is not actually its own species of leopard, it is a critically endangered subspecies of leopard that lives in Persia, so around like Turkey, Armenia, Iran, Iraq, Azerbaijan, all of those areas. Now, the current population estimate is in all of those areas around 1,000 mature individuals. This is not counting like cubs or juveniles, and there's around 100 or so more in zoos around the world. Now, unfortunately, there are quite a lot of threats to these guys. There's pretty much everything. A lot of it is habitat loss, but that isn't actually the main one. Some assessments have found that there's more than enough habitat to house the 1,000 or so leopards left. It's mainly the other things that are affecting them. Now, those things include, the main one is poaching for either trophy hunting, the pet trade, traditional medicine, the furs, all of that. The main thing is people going and illegally killing them for various reasons. Or killing the adults, particularly the mother female leopards, and taking their cubs to sell to zoos, private collectors, all of that. Now, the other two kind of mostly main reasons do go hand in hand, that being loss of prey species, so lack of food, as well as farmers killing them due to them attacking livestock. Now, the loss of prey animals obviously means they don't have any food, so they're getting pushed farther and farther out of their natural habitat towards human settlements because they have livestock and chickens and cows and all of that. And since their natural food source is declining and livestock is a very, very easy source of nutrients because they're just right there and easy to grab, they start to go into farms and agriculture centers to try to take these livestock, and then the farmers and people that own it will just, because they don't really want them eating their cows, which, fair enough, but also, I mean, it's not really the leopard's fault. Now, fortunately, there are quite a few conservation efforts going on. It is protected in countries like Iran, Armenia, Azerbaijan. I think it was protected in the Soviet Union. I don't know about modern-day Russia. It is illegal to poach these in most countries they live in, but obviously that doesn't stop poachers. But a bunch of countries do have a very, very steep penalty against it, and I think Armenia and Azerbaijan, it costs a lot of money. You have a ridiculously big fine if you kill one of these. And in Kazakhstan, it's criminal to kill one, and I think it's jail time or something. I'm not familiar with Kazakhstan legal system, but it is criminal to kill a leopard in Kazakhstan. Most countries to which the Persian leopard is native to has at least some level of protection. There's a lot of areas in these countries where there's specific conservation areas protected, and there's reintroduction efforts in some place where they're bred in captivity and then released into the wild when they're ready. There's also wildlife corridors to provide safe passage between habitat fragments for these leopards, over and under highways and all that. They're also in many places listed as There's also many places where they're listed as an umbrella species. I've talked about what those are before, but essentially it's where a single species is protected and has a large habitat and area of conservation, and that in itself does protect a lot of other species that also are endangered and living in those areas. So while the Persian leopard is under quite a few threats in many areas, most countries are doing at least some level to protect them, and conservation efforts do seem to be going well, so there is a more hopeful outlook for these leopards than there are in a few other endangered species, so that's good, we love that.